Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcro here, aka Scoop, back with the Santa Smackdown tournament. We've got Santa Smackdown 2018 here, and we've got round two, the top 16 of the tour going on here, bracket play. And we're facing off against Eshank, who's got a pretty scary squad, as you can see on screen. He's got the the regular Nine Tails, not Alolan. Sorry for saying that. He has the Victory Bell, so he's got some sun shenanigans going on there. Could be very threatening. Could be underwhelming, but it could definitely be overwhelming as well. So it's definitely something to keep in mind and be wary about. He's got the Mega Gallade, which is very, very scary, and the Tapu Bulu, Swampert, and the Scizor. As you see on screen, he brings all of those mons. So yeah, very scary squad that he does bring. And he does have some threats that he didn't bring in this specific matchup. And we'll talk about those in just a second. We'll talk about my squad for just a minute as well. We've got Charizard, Clefable, Gliscor, Empoleon, Decidueye, and Ditto in this matchup in particular. And yeah, my opponent didn't bring the Victini, and he didn't bring the Galvantula, so that's two big threats, and I know he doesn't have a Z-move user, so that's something that I can keep in mind here. And he knows that I don't have a Z-move user either, because I didn't bring the Inchao. So that being said, we do have I'm going to lead off with Charizard. It's our best lead. I think it works well against his entire squad outside of Swampert. So I can just lead off with Charizard here and click Dragon Claw. I have enough bulk to take a Stone Edge from this range. I don't expect him to stay in. I really don't expect him to stay in. So we're a Dragon Dance set with Flare Blitz and Dragon Claw and Roost. Enough speed to outpace Bulu. So we can click Flare Blitz here as he switches into Swampert. I'd say that's his best play. Yeah, his best play is going into Swampert. So we're just going to throw off a Dragon Claw here. If he goes for Edge or something like that, we can switch accordingly on the following turn. But what we can do here is just click Dragon Claw. It's our best play by far, I think. He has to switch out here. He can't knock us out with one shot here, so there's no reason to stay in. So my opponent actually does stay in, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Roost because I can get my health back here at this point. And he goes into Swampert. So what I want to do here, I think I want to go hard into I don't want him getting rocks up. I can't really stop it though at the same time. I'm going to go hard into Empoleon because I packed the Grass Knot. He could go for Earthquake here though too. I expect him to get a Stealth Rocks up though. So back to my team. We have a Kibia Berry Clefable here because Poison Jab's a thing on Mega Gallade. And we've got Moonblast, Flamethrower, Solar Beam, and Moonlight. The reason we brought Solar Beam is because it hits Swampert, and if he's got Sun Up, which could be a thing. I just got bopped with an Earth Power though. Dang, dude, that's tough now. I can go for the Grass Knot here, or I can just get my rocks up. I think I'm gonna go for the Grass Knot. It should do a significant amount in the grassy terrain. And we've got Gliscor with Earthquake, Poison Jab, Roost, and Defog. So this thing can't be necessarily checked by Bulu since we do have Poison Jab. And this is our Defogger, so that's going to be nice. He does outpace us though, so that's interesting. We were max defense, max HP. I think what we can actually do here is save this thing for sack fodder and go into Decidueye and just U-turn out. We are choice banded. And we can just U-turn out. He's more than likely going to go into his Scizor here at this point. Actually goes into his Ninetales. So that's interesting as well. What I can do here is go into Charizard and click Flare Blitz, really. Is there a reason not to? Let me just check how much Zord does in the sun versus Ninetales, two Ninetales. If it's drought, meaning it's not flash fire, Flare Blitz in the sun is a 2-hit KO. So I could go into that right now. Dragon Claw actually does more, which is pretty interesting. I think, yeah, Zord is our play for sure. And we can just click Dragon Claw. And he goes for Toxic, so that's not too bad. We can just click Flare Blitz here in case he wants to go into Bulu on our Dragon type move. He goes into Swampert here. We can just click Dragon Claw. Yeah, that thing goes down. And he goes into his Victory Bell here. So what I'm thinking is we can just sack off Empoleon. I wonder if Ninetales is Heat Rock or not. We are Spadef Gliscor, I believe. Yeah, we are Spadef Gliscor. Charizard should be able to take a hit too. I think he's going to go for a Poison type move. I think he has to. So we could go into Empoleon here and waste a turn of Sun. That's what we're going to try to do here. And now what do I think we want to do? He's more than likely going to go for the Giga Drain. I don't necessarily need Empoleon now. I could just set up my Stealth Rock here. He could go for the Sludge Bomb again. He does go for the Energy Ball, so that's that. Get that out of the way. I think I could go into Ditto and fire off the same attacks he's firing off. Let me just see how much Victory Bell. Chlorophyll Sweeper. Victory Bell. Alright, so wow, he's still got a pretty solid chance to knock me out. What does that make his last move? I wonder if he's Hidden Power Ice. I wonder if he's Hidden Power Ice on that bad boy. I don't think I have an option really. I think Gliscor is my only play here. And Earthquake could potentially 2-hit KO. Solar Beam could potentially 2-hit KO as well. Alright, so I'm going to go into Gliscor, and what I'm going to do is click Roost. Can I survive a Hidden Power Ice from the Victory Bell? This could potentially knock us out. I could scout for it as well. I think my best play is just click Earthquake. I think he's going to have the Hidden Power Ice though. This is going to be tough. I'm just going to click Earthquake here. Since he does reveal Solar Beam. We get a critical hit, and that's actually huge. And the reason that's so huge is because now it's in range of Shadow Sneak, so I know this thing's not the worst of my enemies. Dang, Gliscor would have been nice to hit Bulu with the Poison Jab. I do think it's going to be an Akaberry Bulu, which is a little bit unfortunate. So I'm going to click Poison Jab here and hope that I can get his Bulu upon switch in, but he actually just goes for the Solar Beam. And that means he feints the Life Orb, so Sun isn't necessarily a problem anymore. Let's see here. I'm Assault Vest Ditto, so that's something to keep in mind. I don't want him going yeah, I'm going to Decidueye, because if he goes Scizor, what I can just do, I can just I could U-turn out. I think that's what I gotta do. I have to U-turn out here. And hope that he might be a little bit faster than me. He actually goes hard into his Ninetales, and this thing's gonna be knocked out. So I'll take that. I'll take that any day. Now what I do is go into Clefable. Go into Clefable here. Bait out the Scizor. And go hard into my Zard, right? And I should be able to live any one hit, even if he goes for like Swords Dance. Right? So he brings in the Bulu, so this is screaming that he is definitely going to click a Grass type move. I don't really have an answer though. How important is Ditto? Ditto's not that important. I'm going to go into Ditto here, as he goes for, actually goes for Sub, so that's interesting. Stalling out the grassy terrain would be best case scenario. I'm gonna try to stall the grassy terrain a little bit and get in my Decidueye. I'm gonna go hard Decidueye right now, actually, as he goes for the Wood Hammer. And what I can do here is just click Spirit Shackle, and basically I just keep clicking Spirit Shackle here. I have to keep clicking Spirit Shackle here to, not allow him to set up any subs. And at the same time, if he goes Scizor, then I will get a pretty decent chunk of damage off on him. And if he doesn't go for the Bullet Punch, then I will be able to potentially 2-hit KO him. If he goes into Scizor, that is. Yeah, but decides not to there, so that's a fine play. I'm going to go into Charizard here, and I think my play is to click. I could click Flare Blitz here. If I roost up and he switches out, I win. If he roosts up, or if I roost up and he goes for stone edge, then nothing really changes. I haven't revealed root. What I have revealed roost, haven't I? So yeah, my play here is just click Flare Blitz. This forces in the Gallade as well, or it forces this thing, this thing to come in, I suppose. We can't let this thing set up, so we do have to just go ahead and click Swords Dance there. Flare Blitz there. And at this point, we just have to go into Ditto here and actually see what his set is. Our play here is to click so I know he doesn't have Roost, so that's some valuable information. I don't know how much Bullet Punch is going to do. What I can do here is click Bullet Punch though, see what he wants to go for, as he goes for the counter. So that's interesting. What I'm going to do here is go for counter myself. Yeah, get some nice chip damage off there. What could his item be? Would he be Akaberry? And how much does Clefable take from a Bullet Punch? And after that, can I take Mega Gallade's hit? Is the question. It looks to be close. So, best case scenario for me is just getting as much damage off as possible. Maybe putting him to where Flamethrower from Clefable will knock him out regardless. So I'm going to click Bullet Punch here. My play doesn't change. I just keep clicking Bullet Punch here and chipping him down. I could click counter here. That's what I'm going to do. As he actually goes for counter himself. So he could U-turn out this turn. I'm going to counter again. Now what I'm going to do is go hard into Clefable. Reason being is because once I get this Flamethrower off, I could potentially come in as a Scizor. Okay, this might be a choke. Basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to, if he is Akaberry, does he survive from this range? That's the question. Scizor, Akaberry, Flamethrower does 44%. So I need to go back into Ditto. Yeah, I can't let this thing just get damage off on me like that. I do have the chance to just click counter here. I am going to click counter. And now I'm going to click Bullet Punch. And I'm going to click Bullet Punch again. And just hope my Clefable can live one hit here from the Mega Gallade, and that we can knock it out in one shot as well. So basically, here's the moment of truth. Gallade, Swords Dance, let's see here, Poison Jab, does 20 to 27% with my Kibia Berry intact. So that would put me at, let's say it did 30%. That would put me at 31%. I moonlight back up to what? 50% on top of 30 would be 80. Alright, so, oh man, this is big. Now, the question is, how much are we doing back to Mega Gallade? That's the thing. We can't OCO it, so the only play here is to Moonlight. The only play here is to Moonlight. We got to keep Moonlighting up. And it's doing way too much. Damn. Yep. That poison was huge, man. That poison was huge. As you can see, he got a 49.9 roll, so that was he was definitely jolly. And yeah, man, that sucks, dude. That's gonna end our run. Man. So basically, all we needed to do was not get poisoned and to moonlight up until we got to full. Just keep moonlighting up. It was definitely in his favor because he could do potentially up to 54.5%. But yeah, he could have definitely did less than that too. He could have did down to anywhere between 45% to 55%. So had he got a couple 45% rows, that could have definitely, like, the poison made it to where I didn't have any chance, whereas I had, basically a 50-50 chance there at the end. Anyways, that's going to be it. It's going to be the end of our run. Merry Christmas, everyone. This is going out on Christmas, so yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope everybody enjoyed my run. I played basically the best I could. I think I did throw a little bit there at the end whenever I took Ditto out. I should have kept Ditto in and kept spamming my moves. Actually, switching Ditto out and then bringing it back in also gave me some more PP, so that was pretty cool. Dang, man. Dang. Let's see. How much was Clefable at? Actually, after the poison jet, after the initial poison jet from the Mega Gallade. So he Mega Evolved. I was at 61%, and it took me down to what? 35%. So yeah, definitely had I clicked Moonblast there, I would have needed a crit. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Let me know what you thought about the battle. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.